What's up, everybody? It's April Dawn. I'm here to do my Insecure Season 2, Episode 1, Hella Great Review. So, we're going to do a little recap from last season. At the last season, Issa was with her boyfriend, Lawrence. Lawrence was kind of a slacker. He couldn't get his shit together. She cheated on him with ex-boyfriend from high school. Ex-boyfriend was really fine. I can't remember his name, but Lawrence is also really fine. Realized she made a mistake. She, tries to look over it. Lawrence gets a job. She tries to glaze over it and just go on with life. But of course, she gets busted out at the end of the season. Lawrence figures this out. They have a huge, gigantical fight. He leaves and goes to be with Tasha, which is the teller at the bank, okay? That we're at the mall where he worked, or at the place wherever he worked. And Issa comes home only to find that he's not there, and the only thing he has left was his Best Buy work shirt, or his best, whatever place that's just like Best Buy work shirt. Okay, so at the beginning of this episode, well, I'm not going to go through it blow by blow, okay? I'm just going to give you a good, nice review on my highlights from the episode. So, Lawrence is still, he opens up, he's still doing it with Tasha. What I need to know about Lawrence for this episode is, did he use a condom, okay? Because it didn't look like he used a condom at no point in this episode, and I need to know that for my own personal self, okay? But he's still knocking Tasha off, honey, and Tasha had put herself into the weekend girl position, basically, because he go over there Friday through Sunday, and he be back at his friend's house on Monday. So Lawrence has once again gotten to this comfortable, space where he don't really know what he want to do. He pussyfooting around. His friend makes fun of him. I can't remember the friend. He like, man, you got it down pat. You go over there Friday and don't leave till Sunday, and then you come over here, you ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to take her nowhere. He don't spend no time with the girl. And see, Tasha ain't stupid, but I think she knows she putting herself into this position, but maybe she, like we all have done, ladies. We have just hoped that your nigga want to, be your man or whatever. But, it turned out he don't want to be your man, girl. He don't want to be your man. Because he's still trying to get over Issa, So Issa is in a similar situation. Well, not similar, but she's dating other men. She hates it. She's done the app thing. We all been on the app, y'all. I done been on Bumble. I done been on OkCupid, child. And I just be meaning duds, child. Duds. The apps are trash. Okay? Unless you on the elite apps or whatever. If you're not on the elite app where you can meet a ball, and they probably trash too, no lie, because you probably getting a whole bunch of practice squad niggas, just to be honest with you. Okay? Just to be honest, but so they trash too and got 10 baby mamas. So, child, leave them apps alone. But she's going through the apps, and during this montage of the dating, we get the little freestyle talking about how messed up she is, and she get with you, she gonna fuck it up too. So, she like, I'm over this. I just want my man back. I'm tired of this. So whatever, you gotta be smart. She's walking with Molly saying you gotta be smart, you gotta be witty, you gotta be funny, you gotta be cute and charming, and you have to do all those things when you date. And it's just a lie, girl. It's a lie. And so she says, well, we should have a wine down party. A wine down party is basically where you get cheap wine and you watch, and you complain about your life or whatever. You might watch, movies or something. Old black movies like Love Jones and whatnot. But she says this time she wants everybody to bring somebody with them so you can couple up and, bring a single friend so you guys can all meet each other and whatnot. Okay? So, now, Molly at the job, everything is, she back on this season. She getting a therapy that Issa suggested last season, but, she kind of had an attitude about it. She trying to get all in my business and, she's been through several therapists we hear. And so, she trying to get in my business. I mean, she asking me, the therapist was asking her a whole bunch of questions. She was like, no, I'm good. I'm cool. Everything is great. I'm golden. It's wonderful. Life is great. And the dude's like, life is, she like, okay, well, not the dude. The therapist is like, girl, well, why don't you just come back, whenever you're ready to open up and talk, girl, because you're just wasting your money, honey. Okay? Maybe I can just tell you my problems because, whatever. It was interesting when her and Issa was walking. She was like, man, Issa said, man, if I had insurance, XYZ, so that kind of brought to the light, right? Issa works for a nonprofit organization, so she probably don't have insurance. So that's just bringing something to the light because it was a time when I didn't have a job and, you can go get your well women and certain things you can go get, but I don't have insurance. I couldn't just go to the hospital if something was wrong with me. Okay, I could, but I would have a bill. So, I thought that was interesting how they threw that in, especially with all the healthcare debate issues that's going on in the world. Okay, so Molly is like, nobody sees you, your nigga don't want you back until your man, don't want you back until he sees that you doing better without him or whatever. So she like, all right, okay, so she plans this wind down party. So she checks the mail one day. She gets a jury duty notice from Lawrence for Lawrence. So she texts him and say, hey, I got that mail. To herself, she like, you gotta come pick up this mail, So she texts him, you got jury duty mail, you gonna come get it. He said, I'm gonna come get it tomorrow night after work. She says, cool, that's the same night as the wind down party. So she's thinking Lawrence gonna come up here and see her living her best life. And he was gonna want her back because she's living fabulous like the Obamas. Okay, and child, y'all know, Easter don't never, the plans don't never come to fruition like they supposed to, okay? So, that night, they had the little get-together. It was cute. Everybody was there. Kelly was there. That's my homegirl. Kelly, hey, girl, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. That's my homegirl, okay? I like her. She loud and ignorant. She be saying ridiculous stuff, but I love her because she's hilarious. Okay, so Lawrence texts her after a while and said that he's not coming, and she gets upset. Actually, when she opens the door for the party, they do a screen cut to him going out with Tasha. So he decides he's gonna take Tasha on a date, and you can tell he's lackluster. Like, he don't really like her like that. It's lackluster. He's just doing it because he's a nice guy, and he be over there digging her out every weekend, and he feel bad. Now your friend said you ain't spend no money on a girl, you take the girl out of nothing, and now he like, okay, well, I kind of feel bad, and I'm gonna go ahead and take her out. That's how it came off, because she was just going on and on, just chirping, and he was talking about, him moving and whatnot, and she was like, that look on her face, like, oh, okay, you got some things to take care of over there, and he was like, just some odds and ends, and I still got stuff at the other place. She was like, oh, okay, all right, well, and she kind of brushed it off. Ladies, we've all done this. We've saw the red flags. The man will say, on the first date, or do you want to be in a relationship, or how you feel about relationships? He will say, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not really looking for a relationship. And we choose to ignore that and keep on dating that person, knowing that he don't want to be in a relationship with you. So whether you sleep with him or not, he's not going to be your boyfriend. Because he already told you, girl, he don't want one. He don't want no girlfriend. So like, she ignored that, and she tried to ignore it, but we saw the look on her face, and they just skipped over and went on and ate dinner. So Issa is upset at the party. She tells Molly, she had invited him for that, and she was like, girl, what you was gonna do? Molly was like, what you was gonna do when he came here, girl? What was you gonna do? Like, you ever thought about that plan? Like, girl, what you was gonna do? Okay, so the party turns hood real fast, okay, because Kelly come outside and she invite, the Bumpton, the crew, the Crips dude. It's the red. Who wear red? The Crips? The Crips wear red. No, the blood. Child, Bumpton. That's right. Excuse me, y'all. Lord, I'm burping all on the video. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, the Bloods, because they put a B on everything. Yeah, so she saw the dude downstairs, and she was like, hey, y'all ever, come party or whatever? Like, when she told that dude, you ever been burnt before? Like, boy, I will handle you. You understand me? You ever been burnt before? That was so funny to me, and I love Kelly. Okay, so they came on up. And the party got real hood real fast. Dude started crip walking, and people was making out. It was a lot going on. The fire broke out. Wasn't it funny? Did y'all catch when the fire broke out? When Amanda Seales, she had that long braid. She was like, don't touch my braid! And she ran. And the dude was trying to get Kelly's number. Talking about, yo, can I have your number? And they running out the house together. I just recently came from L.A., a couple of weeks ago. I went to LA, and I had so much fun. Y'all had so much fun. And when I tell you, this show looks exactly like LA, like, this is exactly like LA. Like, if you watch Forest Rock's videos, I love her videos, and she's from LA, and the way she talk about LA just made me want to, like, I wish I was from there. The way she talk about it, I just love to see her reminisce about her hometown. But when she said it looks exactly like LA. My homegirl lives in an apartment, and I looked around, I was like, girl, this could be the dunes. All they need is the dune side on the front. And like, she lived in Paramount. She lives in Paramount, right outside of LA, close to Compton, close to the hood. Okay, I was close. I ain't seen no Bumpton, no Bloods, no Crips. Kendrick Lamar, I was looking for him. So it was Long Beach. I was looking for the Game and Snoop Dogg, but I ain't seen nobody. Okay, so where they at? Okay, so Lawrence doesn't show up. She's upset about it. Whatever. So now with Molly, back to Molly. Molly and her job, she's having an issue because she accidentally got a check. The check was for her employee, for another coworker, a male coworker, a white coworker, and she opened the check, she didn't even look, she opened the check and it was significantly more than her check. Now we don't know how much she made on her check, but it was enough to make her raise her eyebrow. And so now she feels uncomfortable about going to talk to her bosses about it. So she talked to the guy about it to see if he maybe got a raise. She proud of him. He didn't get no raise. He don't want to be partner. He just a regular ass lawyer doing his job, okay? And so he just make more money than her. So this is gonna be an issue for her. So I feel like something's gonna happen with the job. She's gonna either quit or whatever, because Molly is a good lawyer and she deserved to get paid the same thing everybody else getting paid. Y'all, if you're doing the same job, why we can't? I don't understand why we can't get to that in America. If you're doing the same job with the same requirements, you should get paid the same, no matter if you're a woman or a man, period. Molly don't have no kids. She's not married. It's not like, she got to take maternity leave or roll home early to take care of babies or nothing. Pay that lady. So that's going to be an issue for her throughout this whole season. I can see that. She also discussed about, the men she likes, what she likes as a person, and what, perception from other people, what they think she should have at this point in her life. So she struggles with that. But I wish she would tell her therapist that instead of telling Issa. Issa can help only to a certain extent. She needs to open up to the therapist. But I feel like that will happen. It will happen more as the job gets worse and worse and the stress increases. And you won't just be able to talk to your homegirl about it, and it's going to start to take over your life. I really think it's going to manifest itself in a not so great way, because and then she's going to have to open up about it. So I don't know how. I don't want to say drinking or drugs and nothing like that, but just, maybe being verbally abusive to people, or maybe, how Molly was last. She was screwing everybody, trying to prove a point, but it's going to manifest itself in an ugly way, or just being stressed to the max, So now with Issa and homegirl, what's my homegirl name? Y'all put that in the comments. The girl she worked with, because I love her. Okay, so they work together. Now this year they have assignment at a high school and nobody's showing up, because we know high school kids don't care about nothing but booty. Okay, they don't care about nothing but booty and smoking pot. So they worry about each other. They are not trying to go to no after school mentoring program, tutoring, nothing. The kids came in and stole the candy. The boss said, listen, I understand what you're trying to do or whatever, but if we can't get nobody to come to this program, we're going to have to move on to another school. So they trying to make it work. It's very stressful for them to make it work. It's a Hispanic school, or it's majority Hispanic students, I'm assuming. So they need to add something in there that's going to appeal to the high school kids. So this will be something that's going on throughout the season as well. So we get to the end of the episode. I hope I didn't miss anything, y'all. Let me know if I missed something, because I wrote notes, but I ain't really paying attention to them. Okay, yeah. So at the end of the episode, Lawrence comes over to pick up his mail. Now he showed up on another night. I don't know if he called her or anything, because she looked really surprised. All she had on was underwear and a t-shirt, so I'm pretty sure he didn't call her. She didn't know he was gonna show up. So she wasn't necessarily prepared for this. So she saw him. He went in there. She gave him his mail, and he said he had some stuff in the bathroom. I said, okay. So he went in the bathroom, and she sat on the side of the couch, and I'm like, okay, So he comes back out and he leaves like he gonna leave, but then he turn around and he start kissing her, and they copulate on the couch. And when it was over, it was one of them things like like people who've been in long-term relationships understand what I'm talking about. When you be with somebody for years and years and years, you're comfortable with that person. So even if like Lawrence, he's sleeping with the other girl, it's still that person that you was with, that you feel at home with, that you miss. That's like your comfort zone. Like I said, it's like going to your mama house or your grandmama house. You just have that comfort. You know what I'm saying? It just make you feel like this your people, like me. You know me when I be in my dirty drawers and I don't have no weave in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, you love me when I'm musty, when I ain't put no deodorant on yet, when my breath stink, that type of stuff. And so he climbed on top, and he still wanted it. He wanted it. So he climbed up on it, and they did it. At first I was like, girl, you might have just played yourself. Because, he could be like, yeah, I did it. Because how me and all they be like, yeah, I hit it one last time and I ain't talking no more, and treat you like trash after. But Lawrence, I be forgetting that Lawrence is like the ultimate nice guy. So he's not going to do that. Even if he felt that way, he probably still wouldn't do that to her. So he hurried up, he got up, he washed himself off, he gave her a kiss on the cheek and told her he had to go. So when he left, she sat down like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. I probably shouldn't have did that. But then when she sat back, she had that little smile on her face like, Miss, I know he want it. He still want it. Hey. Now I don't know if this is gonna be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm hoping it's a good thing, because I don't think they should get back together immediately. I think they should get back together at the end of the season. Okay, because I feel like Lawrence gonna start playing Tasha off. You know, he gonna start putting her to the side, and she gonna get pissed, and she gonna turn kind of crazy. Okay, because she look like she about 3 steps from crazy. Okay, so I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a little chaos. I think Issa might meet somebody she like, either that or Daniel might come back into the picture or whatever. But one of them is gonna meet somebody they actually like, and this is gonna bring up a dynamic. So my prediction is either in the middle of the season or at the end of the season. Okay, either they will be getting back to each other and one person will meet somebody they really actually like, or Issa gonna run into Daniel and Lawrence gonna be there. It's gonna be the wrong time, wrong place, and it's gonna blow up again, and then he gonna go towards somebody else. For real, okay? But I don't really know. I'm just hoping it all gets back together and it's a happy ending. But you know, child, this is Insecure, so it probably won't have no happy ending. So I want to hear your thoughts, y'all. I'm so excited about this show. I love this show. I love the music. I love it. I love everything about it. It's hilarious to me. When the boss lady said, you know, there's a quote from someone that's really famous. It said, "You can do it. Put your back into it." I fell off of my bed in laughter. It was hilarious, okay? Like, the show is so funny, and it speaks to my inner nerd, my inner awkwardness, my inner black girl that's just like every other girl in this world, but we have a little bit of a different struggle from, let's say, the white girl, okay? But I feel like the story is relatable enough. This is how I feel about it. I feel like the black experience is not that much different from everybody else's experience, okay? Especially, I'm talking about little girls growing up. Now, of course, we have different issues like hair and skin tone and all that other, you know, racial stuff. But besides, if you leave race out of it, the little black girl and the little white girl, we still have more things in common than we don't have in common. So I feel like this story of a, you know, young 20-something-year-olds, 30s, so people are just trying to get it together when you in your 20s and you start in your 30s and you feel like you should be a certain place in life, or you should be having this, or you should be having that, and you should be, you know, this place. I feel like everybody go through that. That's like a universal thing that everybody can relate to, that I appreciate. And then there's also the added aspect that they are black and they going through a specific black experience. Like last season, I really enjoyed the moments in the episode where they went home and they vented, like, because that's stuff we say, like they sending white emails to each other, they having white meetings behind my back, they doing all this stuff, and I ain't got time to be explaining to these white people. It's not that we racist or that, you know, we offensive, but you go through a lot of microaggressions when you work in a majority place that's a majority something else, okay? Like, you'll be amazed the comments that I've heard from people, and I work with a lot of Hispanic and Latino people. You will be amazed because they got the same thing in their cultures that we have in our culture about skin color, hair texture, and all of that stuff. You'll be amazed at stuff you hear, the microaggressions, okay? And they think they're giving you a compliment. It's not a compliment. So when we go home, we vent. Just like I'm sure white people do go home and talk about black people, child. So it's not like, you know, we up in here calling them crackers and saying we want to burn them up or nothing. It's just saying, you know, I'm tired. Listen, if one more person asked me why my hair was short today and it was long yesterday, I'm finna go off on these white people. It's that type of thing, okay? Because it's like, just Google weave. Like, don't act surprised. You know what I mean? Like, we've been around for a long time. Your homegirls wear, Britney Spears wear, okay? Kim Kardashian, she wear, all the white people wear. Come on, don't act brand new. And don't be questioning me. It's not that I don't like you. It's just that, you know, you're doing a lot, okay? Are you cute for a black girl? Are you cute for a dark-skinned girl? Those type of things. So I appreciate, like, the realness of the show, because although the experiences might not be that different, we have some things in common, some things we don't have in common. She gonna go home and be like, and complain to her man about her day just like I would, okay? So I appreciate that about this show. So I hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, put that in the comments. I'm not gonna make no promises or excuses because this weekend I'm off the road again. My nephew is here, and I have to bring him back home on Friday. So hopefully by Sunday I can get back to catch power. I can catch it on Saturday night or whatever. But I'm not going to promise y'all no review until I get back, okay? Because I'm going to be on the road again. And I just don't have, you know, I don't have the time. Because I have to take notes and watch the show like twice. It takes a minute. And then it takes forever for the videos to upload. Because when I'm at work, it uploads broadband. So, you know, it takes like 15 minutes and it uploads. But when I'm at home, it takes all night long to upload. Unless I'm physically opening up YouTube and checking it myself, then it will speed up. On my Wi-Fi is pretty fast, but it won't. Otherwise, it'll take all night. So You'll get the video next week. But I really enjoyed the episode. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications because I be late as hell sometime, okay? So it's good to see y'all again. I kind of missed y'all. All right, y'all have a blessed week. Peace.